The time is 6 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please join us in Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Open forum. Okay, first up, Linda Estrada. Okay, Linda Estrada is the only one. You can have 5 minutes at the most.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Good evening, Dr. Leo, Mr. Board President, members of the board, Dr. Ramirez, community, my colleagues. I'm here to give the NEA report. I was in Washington last week, and so Thursday is my lobby day. And so I left some folders there in front of you with what we went to go lobby for. And just to get, for those of you that are new, Donna TSTNEA, Donna is an affiliate of the Texas State Teachers Association as well as the National Education Association. And what we do is not to benefit just the association, but it's to benefit our students. So the three topics that we spoke about with our representatives and our senators were gun violence, going against the gun violence, protecting the SNAP in the Farm Bill, the reauthorization, and opposing any private school vouchers for military-connected students. And so first, with the gun violence, again, it's not against taking guns away. We're not against that we're for taking guns away. We just want more. We want better background checks. We want to require universal background checks for guns bought in stores, online, or at gun shows, anywhere. Ban assault-style weapons, high-capacity magazines, and bump stocks. And then the recent legislation is also that we don't want our teachers armed. There's a meme on Facebook where they say, I can't even, control my air conditioner unit in the room, and they want me to carry a gun. And so, no, we don't want, there's gotta be better ways for us to be able to take care of our students, that we're charged with. The second one was the Protect the SNAP in the Farm Bill reauthorization. On this one, SNAP is our largest, nation's largest anti-hunger program, provides crucial nutrition to families with children, promotes health and wellness, and prepares students to learn. At the same time, if their SNAP is taken away from them, it also finds a way to where it's going to interfere with them getting free or reduced lunch. Right now, we're all on free lunch here in Don ISD, but it might compromise that to where they won't probably qualify for that anymore. And so they'll be hungry at home and hungry at school, and you know that at school that's when the 2 meals that they sometimes get a day. And finally, we're opposing private school vouchers for military-connected students. They're still with the vouchers, and we stand that America cannot afford to fund 2 education systems, one private and one public, on the taxpayer's dime. So I left you these handouts so that you can take a look at it and, at your own leisure. Mr. Guerrero, just so that you know that part of my colleagues met with Kevin Brady out of Houston, and supposedly he's got a better version of the GPO WEP bill that he was proposing. The legislative aide is supposed to be emailing me that information, and as soon as I do, I will forward that to you, sir, so that you can be informed on it. And that's it for that. If you have any questions.
Thank you very much for keeping us informed on your activities.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me.
You had another topic on stipends?
Yes, sir. Just really quick. When I was doing stipends 2 weeks ago, we were told that the bilingual teachers that have the bilingual master's degree aren't going to they weren't going to qualify for their stipend anymore. Because now the master's stipend has to be in their core subject. And so, although we understand, and the employees understand that stipends are voluntary from the district, and they're meant to attract and retain high-quality teachers, their concern is that they weren't told that this was happening. If they would have known back on August the 8th when this got approved, or the 15th when we got the email, they would have known. I know that, it's not part of their salary, but it is part of their home budget. And so some of them already had, plans for that money. One of them had, classes for his son that was gonna start as soon as school is out, regardless of what they're gonna use it for. Just the common courtesy that they were not allowed, they weren't told. The only thing that we received was that, please make a copy of the compensation plan and have it on hand if requested. But there's no additional information that there was going to be, there was changes here or changes there. That would have helped me as a secretary and help my boss inform our teachers as well as the other campus secretaries. And we wouldn't be in this situation right now. They're a little upset, but I told them that it's part of, it's not part of their compensation plan, salary. So they do understand that, but just a little common courtesy. If you guys are going to be changing the compensation plan, just let us know what is changed. I know I couldn't make the meeting that time, and so, and that's why I tell everybody, that's why it's very important that you go to the board meetings. You never know when they're going to be voting on something that's going to affect you. And so, they're finding out the hard way, unfortunately, and hopefully we'll get some more participation. I know I have one teacher that's here. And so, but again, they don't come out of fear, out of fear. Today I had one that said, I can't go because my principal told me if I go, they're gonna ridicule you and they're going to shut you down and whatever. And I'm like, no, they won't do that. And so I don't know why they instill fear in these teachers, for them. It's their right to come and to come to a board meeting.
Is this a fear of the board?
Well, that's the way it's being portrayed,
By,
a fear of the board.
by who?
Monday?
By who is that being portrayed? By?
Well, I just said, a principal just told one of the teachers that was supposed to come today and speak on this, and she told him, don't come because they're gonna ridicule you and they're gonna shut you down. I said, no, they don't do that. You have open forum, and
Yeah.
you can speak up.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I know I'm speaking for myself, and probably the rest of the board feels exactly the way I do, is, I mean, the more people that are here, I mean,
Exactly.
it becomes more informed and, they're involved in the process.
And that's exactly what I told them. I said, they're not gonna do that to you. They're not gonna do this. The board's not doing that. So, that was just it. Hopefully there's a consideration of maybe changing it, if not this year. I know it probably might be too late for this year because of the budget, but hopefully, a consideration for next year. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, up next is the consent agenda. Okay, I did not get any calls concerning anything on here. So I think I need to get a motion from somebody.
I move we approve.
It's a motion to approve the consent agenda,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Billman. All in favor?
Favor?
Favor? So motion carries. We're going all the way to executive?
Yes.
Okay, executive session as authorized by Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, .072, .073, .074, .075, .076, .082, and .083 and .084. Time is 6:11 PM. We're going into executive session. Okay, time is 8:15 and we're back in open session to take possible action on matters discussed in executive session. We have discussion and possible action to approve superintendent's recommendation of personnel, which includes approval of recommendation for professionals, paraprofessionals, and auxiliary personnel.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, there are no recommendations under this item.
Approval of recommendations of Chapter 21 term and probationary contract renewals, non-renewals for teachers, campus administrators, and other professionals.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I recommend that you approve those recommendations presented to you for Chapter 21 term and probationary contract renewals as presented in executive session, and there are no non-renewals at this time.
So moved.
So motion by Mr. Guerrero,
Second.
second by Ms. Reyna. All in favor?
In favor.
Favor? Motion carries. Approval of recommendation for letters of assurance for the 2018 and 2019 school year.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I recommend that this item be tabled until next board meeting.
Okay, discussion and possible action regarding district personnel. This is discussion and possible action on Matthew R. Rakovich, Level 3 hearing.
I move we grant employment as a teacher until December of 2019. I deny the remedy of being paid at the current rate. He will be paid at a teacher rate.
So moved.
Okay, there's a motion by Ms. Reyna and a second by Mr. Guerrero. All in favor?
Favor.
In favor.
Favor? Motion carries. Discussion and possible action to approve pending or contemplated litigation, settlement matters, and other matters where the professional duty under state board requires private consultation with the school attorney.
There's no action.
No action. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Guerrero,
Second.
second by Ms. Reyna. All in favor?
Favor.
Favor? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Time is 8:18.